Hello, this is John Wayne Mercure, the Sonneteer, Chandler, Arizona, the Society of Living Poets, and you're a member, and I'm trying to get your talent out of you. That's what the society does. I'm going to read this to you again. Memorize it. Vous êtes nul autre, you and no other. Just think, you're here not by chance, but by God's choosing. His hand formed you and made you the person you are. He compares you to no one else. You are one of a kind. You lack nothing with your talents that His grace cannot give you. He has allowed you to be here at this time in history to fulfill His special purpose for this generation. What's your purpose? Have you written it down? That's what I'm trying to tell you. The Society of Living Poets, write it down. Verse, ode, essay, write it down. Please, the Society of Living Poets, you're an honorary member. I'm begging you, write it down. Anyway, I think you're special. I was taught in my religion that everybody's special and that you have to live it. And I think that's what you do is you live it. And it's part of the same big picture. This is sonnet number 851. It's called Taking Care of Business. That was Elvis Presley's favorite slogan, motto. He lived by it. Elvis's motto. His slogan, his golden medallion necklace. He had a little medallion that said TCB, Taking Care of Business. His plan of action. His mantra, and a good one, taking care of business. He was just a poor boy from Tupelo, Mississippi, searching for fame, trusting his instincts, driving a truck. His ambition was inflamed, discovering his talent, music, mastering guitar, a singer for all eternity, a God-given talent. Knowing how unique his skill was, the whole world could see. Incredible fame, world renown, yet criticized mercilessly. They were so mean to Elvis. They called him every name under the book. And they did the same thing to Marilyn Monroe. And they're doing the same thing to Britney Spears. And it doesn't matter who you are. They like to see you in the gutter. But Elvis, they criticized him mercilessly. Horrible jealousy tore at his name. Everybody else, well, what about me? What about me? I'm a singer too. Cannibalized heartlessly. Poor Elvis. It was wisely written. Nothing ever said or done, no matter how big or small. Human hyenas will not desecrate as haters. Doesn't matter what it is, big or small, no matter what it is. They're going to desecrate it and hate it. Wolf packs of vicious humans feeding on anyone who gets in their way. Engulfing victims with slander, bad press, intending to slay. Old story of barrels of lobsters. When one lobster tries climbing out, the cold claws of other lobsters drag back the one that's trying to escape, and they're all going to cook together in a big pot together. Sigmund Freud knew how jealousy could rise like rotten bile. One of his themes, the animalistic id, a monster gone wild. And Freud said it's in all of us, that id, the monster within. You know full well about this monster id, a savage beast untamed. So when you find your talent and show it to the wide world, expect critics to skewer you, impale you, try to destroy you, wrecking your self-esteem if you let them influence you. Critics ravage everybody. What they really mean in all that they say is sick. They mean, look at me. I'm wiser. I know better. I am the way. Listen to me. Shine bright spotlights on me. Cut a paycheck for me. It's how I make my living. When I am the authority, then and only then will you be free. Gee. Pick up any tabloid, any scandal sheet, any screaming headline. Sick human vultures paying their rent any old way they can. Failed authors on their way to the poorhouse. the end of the line. Spoil futures, feeding like sharks, paparazzi, cannibals. Expect it. If you excel in any way, you won't be exempt. Nails sticking up, get hammered down. The strict rule of the world. You'll be the anvil or you'll be the hammer. A strychnine law. Be ready for it. A little poison is everywhere. A little poison you can never ignore. John Wayne Mercure, the Sonneteer. Copyright November the 28th, 2009. Taking care of business. If you don't take care of business, everything collapses around you. Forget the mortgage because you're on the street. You got to understand, taking care of business, that's a real good sonnet. I think I'll memorize it myself. I don't memorize any of them. They're too complex. This is, everybody thinks about it at least one time or another. This is sonnet number 853. Funeral home nightmares come true. Funeral homes, funerals, somebody giving up the ghost. Alas, poor Yorick, Shakespeare said, I knew him well. Poor Yorick, staring at those vacant eyes, the skull. Has your life come to this? Do I still hear your silent cries? Skulls as souvenirs, body parts for sale, human cadavers sold whole. Oh, gee. Dullards in charge, funeral home disasters, craven and cruel. Death is a steady business. The grim reaper counts his coup. The fetid breath of last gasps. Yes, death's angel comes for you. The dark angel of death, ghastly to behold, horrid tales told. Stark terror lies before our grave. Rotted bodies, ugly mold. Ooh. Caskets floating down the Mississippi. Which one was your relative? The funeral racket is so very profitable. Funeral homes, on death they thrive. Sell them the most expensive service. Hire weepers full of tears. Tell them you are trustworthy. Morticians can calm all fears. You can always switch to a cheaper look-alike casket later. True story, blaring from newspapers. Wonder how many times they sold that one casket. Sold that one 50 times. Then we switched to a cheaper one later. Cover it with a carpet. Tell them you are trustworthy. Morticians can calm all fears. You can always switch to a cheaper look-alike casket later. True story, blaring from the newspapers. A body falls into a crater. The casket disintegrates. The body slides out. City attendants flee. Regrettable mishaps, inexcusable negligence, defile mortality. Tombs haunted by disrespect. Ghosts obsessed with vile unrest. Goons robbing corpses, stripping valuables, avoiding arrest. Necrophiliacs, can you imagine this? What an awful word. Necrophiliacs, what a hideous word. Sex with the dead, perversion. Oh no. Maniacs in charge, clothing switched, shoes robbed, evil fun. Crematory, taking the money, throwing bodies in the wild forest. Gory morticians, animals feast, loved ones eaten by beasts. Oh, it's terrible. You have to laugh because you don't want to cry. Grim morticians, stuff of nightmares, cemeteries full of ghosts. The sin of funeral greed, cold-blooded morticians, lepers, gross. Ghouls abound, necrophiliacs do exist. Your loved ones, they do suffer. Fools are so perverted, backroom shenanigans, grisly altars. Are you willing to trust these meat markets with your family? Care you not such perversions and atrocities occur in darkest secrecy? Check with a Better Business Bureau. Ask around, investigate. Check not final memories. Wreck not final memories. Hefty bags used. It'll be too late. Expect the worst and demand integrity. Corpses cannot be desecrated. John Wayne Mercure, the Sonneteer. I wrote that Christmas, December the 1st, 2009. I know that's kind of grim to be thinking about it, but come on. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to be cremated. I want the worms to get me. I've seen a corpse full of worms, and I don't want to. I like my body, and it's been a good one. And it says in the Bible, "Thou art dust, and unto dust shalt thou return." And I don't want the worms to get me. The worms crawl in. The worms crawl through your snout, through your mouth and snout. They crawl in and out. Oh no, no, I don't think so. The flame is you burn up everything, and the only thing that's left is the gold of your soul. And I believe that fervently. My hero, William Shakespeare, he wrote 154 sonnets, and they're good. I mean, they're really good. In his honor, I wrote a 1,129, but he's 154 sonnets. They're all about love. How can you write about love in so many different ways? But he does. I mean, he's a genius, and anybody that thinks that he isn't, they're too stupid to try to understand what he's written there right in front of your face. Anyway, he writes about love, and that's what this one is about. Sonnet number 855. I gave you, and I'm talking to you out there, my sweetheart, all of my heart and soul. I worship the ground you walked on. Stupid me, silly me. Why does a man become so infatuated, so addicted, so lonely? How can another human being mean so much? How can she not care? Now loneliness must be faced, embraced, accepted, if I dare. The Bible asks, how can anyone survive a broken heart and a broken spirit? You can't. While hearts wait to be mended, you are tempted to end it all. To reach out into the dark. No one is by your side. True emptiness. Each night strangles the spirit with sorrow, phantom caresses. The lingering fragrance of enchanting perfume, sweet presence gone, sweetening lost memories, still tender, still hot torment. To think of her with some other man, anger chokes like a vice around my throat. Sink into an abyss, dark depression. Ignore everyone's advice. Take illegal drugs. Drink alcohol to excess. A drunken stupor. Make a shipwreck of your life. Lose your job. Your own career wrecker. Wallow in self-pity. Weep an ocean of blinding, useless tears. Wallow in every disgrace. Every humiliation, waste many, many years. Then one day you see her. She's now old, wrinkled and toothless. When she was young and pretty, everyone thought she was a princess. Now she has been defiled. She is used up, abandoned, and so very alone. How easily we are bewitched by an angelic, addictive illusion. It was an illusion the whole time. Stupid me. Stupid me. Vanity is everything. It says so in the scriptures. Boy, that's for sure. When Jackson Love, he's no judge of Jill. Well, now her health is gone. Interminable migraines, ruptured discs, horrible back pain, hands twisted arthritic lobster claws. All that incredible heartbreak for a really basically worthless human being. Recall the family destruction, such hideous, needless sorrowing. Take advice from someone who has been there in shame and agony. Make use of your time. Keep busy, 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 productively busy. If you'll do that, you can get through it. When you get your heart broken, and you will, and I remember in a movie Schwarzenegger was saying in the last American Hero or whatever it was. He says everybody ought to get divorced at least once just to get their heart broken at least once, maybe so, to learn what it feels like so you don't do that to anybody else. And I don't know. You got to keep busy. If you keep busy with productive things, it'll save your life. So I'm telling you. That's why I'm talking to you. Okay? Keep moving. Keep praying. Keep hoping. Treasure your life. You are never really alone. And here's the whole point of this whole sonnet. God walks within the deep silence. True lessons of crucial value are taught by harsh experience. We all get tested by fire. New life beckons you forward. Walk forward. Walk by faith. You're not lost. It's a true romance. Your whole life is a poem, and we're commanded. Have I not commanded thee? Be brave and of a good courage. Be not afraid, nor be thou dismayed, for the Lord thy God is with thee whithersoever thou goest. Do you believe that? Hey, you've got nothing to lose by believing it, and everything to gain. And his miracles are all around you. And that's why I wrote you these sonnets, because the Society of Living Poets, I want to read yours. Thank you, Yahoo, for the privilege. God bless us, everyone. Thank you for listening. You gardez-vous pour toujours, la France en dit. This is the funnest hobby I've ever had. What a trip.